Ball here. Welcome to my craft room today. It is Monday, September 29th, and I have a beautiful card for you today using the Lights of Aurora stuff. There you go. There's a good word. Just getting Facebook up, running, and shared on Facebook. There we go. I am almost there. Some of these things I wish I could do ahead of time, but I can't because they only work when I'm live. Okay. Make that a little bit smaller. Hello, Anne. Okay. All right. So the Lights of Aurora suite from the mini catalog was the first thing on my list that I wanted to order. Well, sorry, maybe second, because Traditions of Christmas was right up here for me. But then I thought, hello, Christine, I need that Lights of Aurora stuff. But I got the dies and the paper. I didn't get the stamp set because I have lots of sentiment stamp sets. So I thought, I'm going to get the dies, and I'm so glad I did. And I'm going to get the paper. Oh, that's so cool. You can use it with so many different things. And I'm going to do a card with you today. I am calling this one, what did I call this? Winter White Lake. Who knows? Anyways, today is the 29th of September. Holy man. Where did September go, people? 2 more days and it's the 1st of October. Hello, Paula from toasty Dallas, Texas. Thanks for joining us, everybody. If you're watching in person on Facebook or YouTube, or you are watching the replay, thank you. I appreciate it. So, 1st of October, just right around the corner. I got all of my fun fold cards done for November classes, and let me tell you, I am excited. There's 5 fun folds in my all occasion fun fold club, class, and monthly tutorial subscription that is happening at the beginning of November. And then today I created 3 more different fun folds. I'm going to offer another fun fold class later in November. I just haven't got the dates yet. And all 8 fun folds are different. They are relatively easy. There's no funky things that you've got to tuck underneath and they pop out, and it's just duplicatable fun folds. And the entire class can be done using any papers, any sentiment, any theme you want. So you don't have to have what I have to take this class. Of course, if you're coming in person, it doesn't matter because you'll come and I'll give you the kits. If you order the kits, you'll get the papers and stuff that I use to create the cards, and then you just use whatever stamp sets and dies. So you will need dies that are sentiment, and I use traditional labels. And you'll need dies that do like leaves or branches, or I used Christmas greenery a lot. All right. Well, let me flip you around. Maybe. There we go. And here's the card we're going to make today. Look at that. Look at that stunning paper. And I'm so excited because in May, well, the end of May, beginning of June, I get to go to Alaska on the Stampin' Up incentive trip. Thank you to everybody who helps me achieve that trip each year. I have to add a disclaimer that less than 1% of Stampin' Up demonstrators earn the trip each year. And I think this is going to be my number 12 or 13. I haven't counted them lately. And I'm hoping that we will see some northern lights. That would be fun. And then there's the inside. So I'll run through a list of all my supplies and measurements. But meantime, here's the the deets on my all occasion fun fold class. Now, I said all occasion. The 3 cards that are in the class are Christmas cards. One of my exclusive club card is a Christmas card, and the bonus subscription tutorial is a happy birthday card. I'll hold that up so you get that one, and that one are in the class. This one is, if you're part of my club, you get the tutorial for this and a kit to make that. And then this one is, if you are part of my monthly tutorial subscription, then you will get the tutorial to make that one. $25 for 3 kits, only available in Canada. You can do in person or virtual with that one. Or $60 gets you the kits and the traditional label dies. Now, those are the ones that I used, these ones that I used a lot of the time to do the cards. So you can pay $60, you'll get these and the kits. And the kits are reduced in price, they're not the $25. And then if you buy the bundle, the traditional labels bundle, so the dies and the stamp set that I will be using today, if you buy that, if you opt in for that, then you will get the kits even more reduced. And those 3 options are only available in Canada because they include product. $20 gives you the tutorial only for the 3 cards, or you can do my monthly subscription is $15 a month, minimum 3-month commitment, and you will get tutorials for 4 cards. You'd want to be part of my monthly club, you get tutorials for all 5 cards. And if you're part of my team, they also get this for free. And in October, there's going to be an amazing starter kit offer, and I can't wait to share it with you. But not tonight, because tonight I want to stamp. Okay, so that's that. And I have my Share It Saturday for September the 20th to draw, so don't let me forget that. Now, I haven't seen anybody over there on Facebook. I'm hoping that I'm live on Facebook. Maybe somebody will show up. Okay, Blackberry Bliss, Night of Navy, and Memento Black. I just kind of pulled the colors out of the designer paper. I'm using the Light and Wonder dies, the traditional labels stamp set, and I'm going to use Christmas and Merry. Holly Jolly, just this for the inside. Ornamental Christmas, because I wanted the tree. And then I'm going to finish it off with some frosted iridescent dots. Hello, Susie. Okay, so let me give you all the measure. Oh, good, somebody's on Facebook. Thanks, Susie. That makes me feel better that I'm actually live. Card base is 8.5 thick basic white, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, and folded in half. Then there's a 5 1/4 by 4 piece of basic white on the inside. The designer paper is 3 by 5 1/4. And I like this because you can get 2 cards out of 1 piece of designer paper. So this is the bottom of that one. And then I have Blackberry Bliss 5 1/4 by 3 to do the background mountains. And then I have 5 1/4 by 2 1/4 to do the mountains with the holes. Basic black 3 by 3 1/4. And that's because I cut the little trees twice, so I didn't have the big gap in the middle. Basic white is 5 1/4 by 1 7/8 for the tree, and then I have a piece that is a 1/2 inch by something for the Mary, and the Christmas gets stamped right in the lake. So there's lots of die cutting to do. I need that. That. We have to stamp. We have to stamp that. Oops, we have to stamp that. And that's a die, a die, a die, a die, a die, and stamping. Okay, I'm organized now. Now, step this in here. And I need this mountain for the background mountain. So I'm just going to put this here and we'll just attach that with some Post-it tape just to hold it in place while I move it over to my machine. So did everybody have a good weekend? I know if you are joining me from Australia, you are on tomorrow, so you're already had your Monday. All right, now, did I do the big tree or the little tree? I can't remember which trees I used. No, the little one. And I need the holy mountain. This is what I call the holy mountain because it cuts mountains with holes in them. So that's why I call it the holy mountain. And that's going to go on here like that. And we'll just hold that in place. I had a really good weekend. Hello, Nadine. Saturday, I had a class with one of my senior groups. And then Sunday, hubby and I headed to Tofino. We spent our honeymoon there 49 years ago. And every year since we moved here, we like to go back. But let me tell you, I haven't been in Tofino in that much rain in a very long time. They now, what we used to call a torrential downpour, is now called an atmospheric river. And it was so wet. Let me tell you. I walked the beach anyway. Hubby's back was acting up, so he walked onto the beach and then walked back and sat in the truck. But I walked all the way to one end and then all the way to the other end of the beach. And I got so wet that the water was pouring off of my jacket into my boots. So although my feet didn't get wet, my legs got wet. But I didn't care. I was in Tofino and I was having fun. Okay, so I'm going to cut one of these like this. Oh, first of all, I got to make sure I've got the right way. I'm going to cut one of these like that. I probably just could have cut it all in one big one and then just cut it in half, but you know, I didn't. Oh, Linda says it's pouring there, and Linda lives on Vancouver Island, southern Vancouver Island. Yes. It was really funny because it was when we left home yesterday, it was sunny. And it wasn't cold. It wasn't warm, but it wasn't cold. And by the time we got to halfway to Tofino, it was just pouring. And then we go to come home and it's pouring when we leave Tofino and pouring when we hit the pass and pouring all along the road long beside Sprout Lake. And then we turn a corner and the rain stopped. There was a line in the road where it was wet and then dry. It was the weirdest thing. So by the time we got home, there was no rain. And then the rain hit us about an hour and a half later. So we did get lots of rain last night, which is a good thing. And I am so glad we went to Tofino, even though the weather was the pits. As they say, a bad day in Tofino is better than a good day some other places. Okay. Got all my die cutting down. Now, let's get rid of these little bits. We need rain. Absolutely, we need rain. I so agree with that, Nadine. Okay, so we have this, and then we're going to put the trees kind of like that. And then this set of trees is going to come along like that. So you can see that they're going to overlap in the middle, but I don't need that cardstock. So I'm just going to trim that center stuff off. Then it gets rid of the bulk. So the designer paper is going to go, and then we'll put this on here like this. And then this tree will get there, and this tree will get there. And then we're going to put the holy mountains on, and then we're going to put the water like that. Isn't that cool? Now, one thing I did forget is when I made this card, I didn't use only a half a sheet of designer paper. This was 5 1/4 by 4. So I'm building it on something that is 5 1/4 by 4. This one, I don't have that. So I'm going to use a basic white 5 1/4 by 4 just to build it on, so I know where to trim it all off before I go to put it onto my card. So I'm going to have my lights coming this way. So we'll just put that on right up to the top like that. And then let's get some glue on these pieces. Hello, Kim. I love this designer paper too. I've used a significant quantity of it. And this week is my class on this. So it's too late now to register for the class because the in-person one is Friday, the virtual one is Thursday. But you could, if you are interested, get the tutorial. And then if you have time to prep before Thursday, you could join us for the virtual class, or you can do it by yourself using the tutorials. My cards in my classes are all video tutorials. So you can start and stop as you want along the way. Okay, so I got a little bit of glue on that, and I'm going to put glue on this. I like to put glue on these bits up here just to make sure that they don't get ripped off. I should say torn, not ripped off. I did do my walk this morning too. Anybody else get their walk in today? Can I tell you that the northern lights shine up and not down? The rays should go up. Yes. Yes, I know. But if I do it down, if I do it up like this, it's going to cover all of it. So I'm taking creative license, Kim. I know that this one is upside down, but that's the way the paper is. So yeah. I was looking at pictures of northern lights and noticed that they do go up, not down in reality. But creative license says, because that's the way the paper was built. Oh, Christine got her walk in. Woohoo! Way to go, Christine. I want to go back in my phone and figure out how many kilometers I've walked since I started at the end of February. since I started walking almost every day since the end of February. I want to do it before the end of the year, so I know how many kilometers I've walked. I have a little bit of overlap here, and I'm just going to give it a bit of a trim. I wish I could show you the amazing pictures of Northern Lights I took last week. I've been fortunate to catch them several times this year. Sorry. Oh, no, that's fine. You weren't being critical at all. And I would love to see your pictures. You could post them in my VIP group anytime, Kim. Love to see them. I've been fortunate enough to see them in person a couple of times up north. Now, Kim, remind me again where you live. Are you Canada or the States or somewhere else? And lucky you for being able to see the Northern Lights. I haven't seen them since we moved here. There's been, oh, that's too high. I want to see more of the lights. There's been Northern Lights here a couple of times, but not visible to the naked eye. So you have to take pictures of them to see them. I'm trimming this as I go because if I wait till the very end and trim all of these layers at the same time, it doesn't work. Just saying, it doesn't work. Oh, Saskatchewan. Oh, no wonder you get to see them. Oh, man. That's awesome. Okay, now which goes where? I don't think it really matters, does it? I'll put this one on first. All right. Let's see a little bit more of those hills. Oh, might want to put more adhesive on there. Not going to hold on just with that little bit there at the top. Saskatchewan. Part of my problem is our house is completely surrounded in trees and mountains. So that's part of the reason why I don't get to see the Northern Lights when they're out there. I've been known to get in my car at 3 o'clock in the morning and drive around to see if I can see them though. Okay, so this is going to go on here. Kind of like, oh, over a little bit more. Nope, nope, nope. I want that tree to be right on the edge like that. There we are. Now we'll just trim a little bit of this. Well, we lived up north. We lived in northern BC for many, 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 many years. And we saw them quite often up there. But of course, that was the days before digital cameras and cell phones, and cameras never worked. They never worked trying to take pictures of Northern Lights because, you know, we just had the basic cameras. We didn't have anything funky and fancy. Oh, I'd love to see them, Kim. Thank you. Well, thanks, Kim H. I'm going to put on my Holy Mountain now. Now I have to be careful because this one has to go up high enough to cover that that join in the cardstock there. So let's see. How is this? Go over just a little bit more. It's a delicate balance between up and down and covering everything when you're layering like this. But holy man, the end result is so worth it. My hubby is talking to somebody. Our oldest grandson must have come for a visit. He likes popping in. He got himself a part-time job working in construction as a laborer, just cleaning up and digging holes and absolutely loving it because it keeps him busy. He's one of these kids that needs to be busy doing stuff. Okay, so now this is going to go here like that. Now we'll cut off the bottom part of that. That's why I like building this on a 5 1/4 by 4-inch piece, because then you know where to cut it. And the amount of money that child is making per hour, holy man. Okay, there, we've got it. And this is going to go on a card base like this, but I want to stamp my Christmas first before I do that. So I'm going to stamp it in Blackberry Bliss. And there we are. I'm live and I get a message every single time. Oh no, Nadine. Oh, you and Wayne must come for a visit someday. Road trip. Wouldn't that be fun? Okay, so Christmas is going to go. Am I in there? Yeah, right about there. I'm always nervous when I stamp on a piece that is right on my card, because what happens if I mess it up? Okay, now there it is. I lost the piece for the Mary. Now we're going to stamp Mary in Night of Navy. Huh, I know what. Never mind. Night of Navy and Mary. I was wondering what I was using the memento for. But then I remembered that there's sentiment on the inside. So this just gets snipped off right about there, and I'll pop that up on the card. And then while I'm at it, let me grab the stamping paper. We'll stamp the inside of the envelope. This over here like that. Put this in, and I have to get one more piece of white. Because I used that, my inside piece, I used it to build on. So I'm going to get the tree. The words are from, hang on. Kim, the words are from traditional labels. Yes, they can be seen in the summertime. Absolutely, Nadine. The conditions have to be right, and there's no guaranteeing when, but yes. And you, Nadine doesn't do cold. Oh, Nadine, you're funny. Okay, ink, stamp, stamp, stamp. Oh, look at that. Isn't that fun? I'll do the inside the same way. Stamp, stamp, stamp. There we are. Thanks, Anne. Okay, I'm going to stamp the sentiment. So I had fun today creating 3 fun folds. 2 of them use the Traditions of Christmas paper, and one of them uses the, what's that paper called? Hang on. Elegant Pine Snowflake paper, because I haven't used it yet, and I have it. Okay, let's put the inside in. So those classes are coming in October. or in November. And the club class and subscription is open now for registration. And the other one will be open hopefully by late this week, but the class won't be till the endish of November, so there's lots of time for that one. Okay, now this is going on the front in all of its beautiful glory. And then we'll have Mary, and we're going to put that up on dimensionals. I guess I should stop saying dimensionals and just say dimensionals. I don't know why I emphasize the first syllable. Oh, well, that's life. Oh, yep, that's our grandson. That's our grandson. Okay, now I got it straight on here. Yeah, I think right about there. There we go. Oh, love it. And we're going to finish it off with some frosted iridescent dots. Man, have I ever used a lot of these. They come in balmy blueberry, burst, gorgeous grape, and clear. We will just add a whole bunch of them because I love them. Let's. Hello.
Hello.
Nice to see you.
Come in.
Yeah, you could come in. I'm live. Come in and say hi to the ladies.
I won't give you a hug because
Oh, you've been working.
I've been doing concrete and fence posts all day.
Oh, nice.
So,
hang on. There he is. There's the hardworking child.
I'm filthy.
Yeah, he comes in here not only to see his grandmother, but I got a drawer of chocolates over there and candy, and he kind of shops before he goes home.
That's nice.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. I need 4 and one more. Let's put a blue one on here. Right there. Right there, right here, right there, right there.
Yeah, so if you didn't know concrete guitar, they stick to you.
Oh, nice.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, and there's our card and a cameo appearance by the child. The sound the northern lights make. It's kind of a humming, is it not? I do believe. Oh, thank you, Carol. Thanks, Christine. Kim, thank you. Christine S. says, I'm with you, Nadine. I avoid cold as much as I can living in Illinois. That's funny. Thank you. And there's no Winkostella on this card. And I don't think I need it. You know, we could put one line of Winkostella just up here a little bit. I don't want to put it on the trees, but we could put it on the northern lights. There we go. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Oh, thanks, Nadine. Yes, he's the oldest one. And he's a teenager. And Holy Aunt Jemima, he's a teenager. It was like one day he was not a teenager and somebody flipped a switch, and the next day he was a teenager. It's all right. I love the fact that he just pops in. It's actually out of his way where he's working right now to pop in. It's closer to go home than to come here and then go home, but he still comes here and sees us. It's awesome. Of course, the fact that there's food here helps the situation. Because I am not under any delusions when it comes to my grandchildren. They come for the food. That's funny. Okay, so I am ready to do the draw for the Share It Saturday for September the 20th. Oh, I didn't plug my phone in. Oops. I love when grandchildren pop in. And then now he's driving and he has his own car, so he can come whenever he wants. Okay. Now, here, oops, sorry, forgot to do one thing. Hang on. Gotta go there. There we go. Okay. So there's the Share It Saturday for September the 20th. We had a lot of entries this time. I love seeing all your cards. And I'm going to shuffle once, twice. And the winner of Share It Saturday for September the 20th is just squeaked in there, Susan. And I do believe this is Susan's first time sharing a card with us. Hello, Valerie. So the good thing is I remembered to draw. The good thing is that Susan is going to get a card and a little gifty from me. There was no echo today, was there? Because I forgot to mute that. That's weird, because Talk Studio can't tell me why I'm getting that weird echo. The bad thing is Canada Post is on strike and I can't mail anything out. So if you are waiting for boxes for my creative escape, most of them went in the mail Wednesday. They went on strike Wednesday night, or was it Thursday? Anyways, they were in the mail the day before the strike. The other one that I was going to go and mail is still sitting here. And my Lights of Aurora class kits that went out, they also went out the day before the strike. So everything is caught in the strike somewhere. I'm hoping that they aren't out too long, because October, they usually give small businesses one free package a Tuesday. And my Tuesdays are all booked up with free packages. I need to send Halloween stuff to my northern grandchildren. I've got boxes of stuff sitting in Quesnel that need to come here. So that was going to be 2 Wednesdays. And then I have another box I have to ship off on the 4th. Oh, Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesdays. So they better get their butts in gear. Thankfully, the first Tuesday is not till next week. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you spending time with me in your day and in my craft room. And I will be back tomorrow night, Tuesday, September the 30th, which is Truth and Reconciliation Day here in Canada. I will be back at 7:30 p.m. with another Lights of Aurora class. I hope you can join me. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, and I will see you soon in my craft room. Stamp and smile.